first, I'm gonna put this chicken broth in my pot. This is low sodium chicken broth. So put it in the pot so that it can boil. While that's going, you want to put some garlic. This is actually fresh garlic you can get at the Safeway or your local grocery store. Cilantro is fresh. You need a lot of that because this is actually like a Spanish soup. So as you can see, the pot is boiling. I'm gonna add a lime, squeeze a lime, bring it down. I got about 3 of these limes. I'm gonna put them all in there before it's all over with. But right now, what I wanna do is add these cannella beans. This was about 2.5 cans. I'm gonna show you what I did with the 3rd can. So right now you're just gonna pour those in there. I actually have one of those pots that has measuring, so I'm gonna actually turn the pot around. Ooh, it's kind of hot. Be careful. I want you guys to see how much it's making. So right now we have about 5 cups. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I don't have a smasher, but I like to use these 2 items. Don't have a smasher? Improvise, right? So I'm gonna take this amount of cannella beans and I'm going to smash them with this cut. Now what this does is make your soup a little bit thicker without having to add flour. Because I mean, who wants to add flour or any other thickening agent when you can just use, see, it works perfectly fine. Don't need to go to the store to buy a smasher. Use what you got. Sit that in there, and then we're gonna put that in the pot in just a second. I need to grab a spoon. So let's head over to our pot. I'm actually gonna throw these green onions in there from our leftover meal from the other day. Those are my leftover green onions. So things come in handy. So this is our smashed cannella beans. So we want those in there too. My kids love this soup. I mean, love, 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 love. I usually make it with rotisserie chicken from the grocery store. Since it's already cooked, stir that up a little bit. Since it's already cooked, you could make this soup and then throw that rotisserie chicken off in there. But I am going to add real chicken or fresh chicken today. So I'll be back. We're gonna let that simmer and get our chicken ready. So as you can see, I already started to chop up my chicken. Doesn't matter how you chop it up because it's going to separate in the soup anyways. So just cut it up. It's gonna start to shred in the soup, so it's gonna kind of be like shredded chicken. I'll leave the fat on because you're not adding oil to this dish. See, it's done. You're not really adding oil to this dish, even though I'm probably gonna add a little bit of olive oil to it. But you really don't, because the fat that I left on this chicken, if you can see, the fat that I left on here is really all the oil you need. So we're gonna dump this into our soup. This is the chicken. Yay. See, it's all, I love, by the way, these bendable cutting boards, because you can cut and then just slide it right onto the food. Is it coming off? Oh, the chicken's go. Okay. Slide it right off into the soup. So that's gonna simmer for a little while. In the meantime, we are going to cut up this lime and get these tortillas prepped for the garnish at the end. If you guys were wondering what I'm gonna do with those tortillas, I'm gonna add right now actually a little salt and pepper. So the pepper I'm going to use is this fine pepper from Kirkland. Go Kirkland. Costco. I'm gonna make it a little bit spicier than I usually do because they're sick, and sometimes that spice will get the job done. Put these in the oven and on 350 until they brown. So I wasn't paying attention. I was washing dishes and I burned some of my tortilla chips, but we have some nearly perfect. This is how you want it to look. The rest of them are kind of burnt, but I have a 13-year-old and he says the burnt ones are the best. So they'll get 8 in this house no matter what. But if it were you and you don't like burnt, you would have to throw it away. So it's time to test our soup. So remember I said we're gonna test it by checking to see if the chicken would fall apart or come apart. So it's separating, it's coming apart. Wait, maybe I need to get a piece without the cannella beans on there. So you see that piece? Let's see what happens. See how you could just rip through it with the fork, how it separates. That's how you know your soup is done. So I'm ready to plate. I'll be with you guys in just a second. So we're gonna use some of this hot steamy rice. Can you see the steam? And then we're gonna add some of our soup. You can add a lime to it, a few limes to it. You can add some feta crumbles. Let's put those feta crumbles. Feta is my favorite cheese. I love the way feta tastes. You can add a scoop of sour cream. So the feta I'm using is the feta from the other day. Remember, this is leftover Thursday. Some Daisy sour cream. Just want to, what they say, a dollop of Daisy. Just want a dollop of that Daisy. And then you want to put some pico de gallo on top. So my kids don't usually eat this one with the pico de gallo on top, but you can just garnish that with some pico de gallo. And remember our chips that we made? You can use those chips as like a little garnish. And there you go. Restaurant style. It's fancy. It looks good. And I can't wait to dive in. Thank you guys for watching.